morning, everybody. Um, Welcome to my curating project. Today I'm going to be discussing two different music notation softwares, what creative outcomes I would expect a learner to get out of them, and how I would implement them into an assignment in a potential classroom. The two sources that I'm using today are MuseScore and Mario Sequencer. Now, both of them you can get um, just off the web. So you can go find Mario Sequencer by typing it, and it's here. And then if I wanted to get MuseScore, just type in MuseScore download. You have to scroll a bit and find like the one that's actually MuseScore. But I already have it downloaded, so I'll open it up right now. And so that's how you access both of these. Now, both of these resources help me reach my desired outcomes in the classroom by helping students create and hear music that they can compose. Specifically, students will be able to generate and conceptualize artistic ideas and work, which is one of the National Arts Standards anchor statements. It's helpful because like both of these programs play back the note that you input in real time. So you can, like, the student can start to imagine what that sounds like all together, and at any time the program can play back what they have so far, so that they know what they've created. Now, when it comes to Mario's sequencer, the affordances are kind of the same as the constraints. I'll show in a minute, but it's quite simple, and definitely more kid-friendly. But at the same time, it makes it a little bit clunky, and you have a lot less notes to work with, and whatever sounds the program comes with. So it can't do nearly as much as MuseScore, but also less options create less decision paralysis. And going further, MuseScore has a lot of freedom, but with that, there's so many functions and inputs and a lot of fancy stuff that I don't even really know how to use yet. And that can make things really complicated and could overwhelm a younger and less confident student. And so that's why I would use Mario Sequencer for that age group. As far as pedagogical strategies go, I would use exploration as my strategy. I would assign this in a setting where I give the students a loose goal, like compose a tiny song, and let the rest of the creativity fall upon the students. For a curricula example, I would say the students will be able to use music notation software to compose a short song. And I would likely also impose some sort of stipulations like requiring at least 3 voices to be used and needing to be 12 measures long. And so I would word the assignment pretty much the same for each age group. I just tell them to use a different website. And so a student that is getting my assignment would see create a short song using this software, needs to be 12 measures long and use 3 voices. And then next I will make my own and kind of show you how these systems work and what kind of results I would like to see from students. Alrighty, first we have Mario Sequencer, and as you can see, it's really quite simple looking. You've got like a staff, and these are only notes you can play, so very quite limited. And you like put notes on a page by clicking on icons that make different sounds and putting them on the staff somewhere, and then you could play it and it plays it in time. And then scroll along, and hitting clear deletes everything, and also refreshing the page deletes everything, which is a little scary if you you're working on a place that you might like have to close a tab really fast. So saving it is not great. I'll talk about how like sharing can happen. But these are like pre-saved like projects that other people have done. So a lot can happen. And so you click up here to use all your sounds. So it's more of a drum thing going on. You could change your meter. You could speed things up. It can go really fast, and so that's how um, you can get like note divisions that are like much closer together, since you can't place like things in the middle of beats. Like if this were in 4/4, you could only have quarter notes, but you could speed it up and then like give it a different feel. You get it. You can erase things with the eraser button, or you can just right click. One thing I just learned is you can press Control or Shift, and you can add accidentals. That's all there is really to it. I'll record myself making a short song in a bit. Now this is the best that I could do on MuseScore. I'm not quite the most knowledgeable. How would I want to do this? Let's keep it to jazz lead sheet. I like chamber music. Oh, let's do a brass quintet. That's fun. So you can pick different templates. Once you get into there, you can add your title and whatever. I use Control Scroll to like zoom in and stuff. You don't really need to change like the clef, or you can change the time signature by going over to the side. Time signature, if I want this to be in 12/8, you kind of have to click on the time signature for it to change. How do we get back to normal? Okay, cool. Thank you, Grammarly. And then you can add notes by selecting. Okay, I want a quarter note here. I'm not super schooled if I wanted to put like, it's kind of hard to put something on 4 without filling the bar first. And I know there's a way to consolidate rest within the bar. I haven't figured it out yet, and probably wouldn't expect my students to do that either. Especially because now I added an extra beat to this bar. But thankfully Control Z does exist. And so this definitely would require a bit more exploration by the student. But the same concept is you add notes to a page and then press play. And you can also add articulations, which with my very limited time with MuseScore, I had a very frustrating time with articulations. So I would definitely have somebody either teach me so I can teach other people, um, or like find good YouTube tutorials. I'm sure there's a ton of good YouTube tutorials. But for like the very basic stuff, I mean, I can't really ask for more than this. And so now, um, I'm going to do the assignment as if I had assigned it to a kid, for both MuseScore and um, Mario Sequencer to kind of, that's not a real note, um, kind of show what I'm asking for in terms of how I would implement these in an assignment. Ta-da! Okay, so editor Adam would have slowed it down to this point. I'll show you what I've got. So I think that's pretty fun. Couple things I learned during this is um, you can't erase like the end bars. They only like, but you can move them. Learned that. I think I had it there. I liked it there. And then I don't. I have a very. It's very tempting to hit the clear button. I don't know why. I shouldn't. I know it'll delete everything. And so when you want to save something, you hit download, and then I open up my files off screen. You cannot see. Okay, and I have my file here. So say, oh no, I lost it. I take my file and I can drag it over. I go boop, and here's my song. So that's how students could create something and share it to you. Like obviously with MuseScore, there's like the publish and then like print, publish, share, export. So that's all cut and dry. But I thought I should show you that since I forgot that I hadn't. And then also clicking here takes you to the GitHub, and there's like how to use um, other people's music that they've made and just helpful notes about Mario Sequencer. So I think that's helpful too.